We ask that if you are under the age of 18, please ask an adult before listening. Thank you.
Forbidden Blades Productions presents Divergent Evolution. Chapter 3 The Shadow Dancer. What drives a human being? Is it the urge to achieve greatness? Perhaps to leave a mark on the world? Or is it something deeper? The 6 clones continue their training, their motivation being blood, sweat, and adrenaline. But where will this road lead them?
I am Jessie Rillen, and this is my first journal entry. Maker has asked that we begin writing a daily journal, not only for recording, but to blow off some steam as well. As we continue training, I can tell that we have our work cut out for us. I've begun practicing acrobatics along with mastering the art of throwing knives or kunai. As the days pass by, I've begun to spar with the others.
Very well. Today's spar shall begin with Jessica versus Sin.
As Sin and I moved forward into the battle circle, I noticed a slight hesitation in his step.
Begin!
I watched as the short boy assumed his fighting stance. I had my knives ready, but as I was about to attack him, he suddenly dropped his kusarigama and walked away.
I forfeit.
Wait, Sin! Where are you going?
I'd rather fight someone else, like that scrawny tall kid.
Well then, Jesse wins. Next match, Sean versus Marcus.
After sparring, we visited the cafeteria. We all grabbed a dish, sat at a table, and began to eat. Everyone but Sin. Ashley noticed he was eating at a table by himself. She grabbed her plate and sat next to him. He noticed her, but didn't say anything.
Jess, what do you think's wrong with him?
I'm not sure, but I think that he doesn't want to fight anyone except you. The both of you have some kind of bromance going on, eh? As I said that, a plate went flying and smashed into the back of Marcus.
Oi! Feckin' hell was that?
Yeah, that's right. I'm too good to fight you little pricks. Not just a scrawny kid.
Everyone rose from their seats, except Ashley, who hid behind Sin, trying to hold him back.
No! Please don't fight! I threw it, not Sin!
Wanna fight me? 4 against 1.
You think you can take on 4 of us? You're more stupid than I thought. I bet I could beat you blindfolded.
Would you be interested in making that a real fight, Sean?
Maker. We just had a little argument.
Still, I would not mind seeing a 4-on-1 spar. Sean, are you up for this?
Sin's demonic grin caught my eye. I couldn't help but shiver slightly as I noted his hungry, insatiable gaze.
Done!
Very well. Begin! Ashley, I recommend you step aside. You will only get in the way.
Wait, we're in the cafeteria. We totally fucked this place up.
I do not care. I said fight!
Marcus was the first to act. Within a split second, he jumped Sin. The fist fighter locked his arm tightly around the dark-haired boy's neck. Sin struggled and finally slipped free, giving Marcus's shin a vicious kick before ducking to the side. Sin narrowly dodged Lindsay as she tried to hammer his brain with the butt of her rifle. Sin then grabbed the chain from his kusarigama and violently wrapped it around Marcus's right arm. Marcus grabbed the chain with his free hand and threw Sin onto some canteen tables, where Sean was waiting. The tall, blue-eyed assassin had his hand on the hilt of his katana, ready for a quick draw attack. Sin stumbled towards Sean, and with a single quick slice, the short boy fell to the ground. Lindsay quickly aimed down her rifle's sights and shot the crow boy. Sin jumped to the side as a bullet tore a fresh wound across his left cheek.
Please stop! I beg you, we shouldn't be fighting in a canteen!
It'll stop when I say so.
Another 3 minutes passed, and with each minute, Sin was tiring quickly. I have to admit, I admire the courage and feistiness he possesses in that compact body of his. But taking on 4 other assassins alone? That's just plain foolish. Why does he want to be the lone raven who watches us from afar? Something must have hurt him in the past, and it's something that I'm definitely going to find out. He needs help. Sin cried out in frustration, turning towards Sean, and charged like a raging black comet. But Sean was ready for him. He caught Sin's kusarigama with one of his katanas. Sin had cuts across his forehead and cheek. Blood poured profusely from his facial wounds. He couldn't see well as blood kept seeping to his eyes. Sean dodged with ease as Sin sliced at him. His movements were sluggish, and he was at his limit. Still, he kept going. Sin, just give up! You know you can't win. Sin continued to hack away his tired arms at Sean's katanas. Sean deflected each of his blows with ease. The dark-haired boy's wounds were taking its toll on him. Enough! I rushed in between them, quickly delivering a hard punch to Sin's solar plexus, winding him. Sin dropped to the ground and gasped for air. You've already accumulated enough wounds. It's a good thing that I know how to disable you without drawing more blood. That's the last thing that we all need right now.
Well, he got trashed. Great job, guys.
Don't count me out yet. These are just paper cuts.
I watched as Sin stood up. Countless gashes lined his thighs and chest. His dark grey woolen top was ruined, and his face a puffy, bloody mess.
Lindsay, you do the honors.
My pleasure. Ah, yeah. Right between the eyes. Did that hurt, motherfucker?
Now stay down.
How could Lindsay do such an inhuman thing? But wait. Sin's chest rose up and down, so how could he still be breathing? Marcus unwrapped the kusarigama's chains from his arm and threw them to the ground beside the crow boy.
Not bad. But I thought the little bastard had more of a fight in him than that. He's quick enough, but what did he expect to do against 4 of us?
He needs medical attention.
Why? We should just finish him right here, right now. He's out to pick a fight with everyone, and he won't be of any use to us.
Sean, no! I watched as Sean brought the tip of his blade to Sin's throat, resting it on his vulnerable neck. The blonde glared at me, quaking with fury.
Why, Jess? Out of everyone else, he would not be missed.
I would. Please don't do this, Sean.
He is annoying sometimes, but he doesn't deserve this.
What about you, Lindsay? Would you rather he stay alive?
I shot him with a rubber bullet. If I wanted this dumbass to die, I'd have used a real bullet.
Well, well, everyone's gathered around for my funeral. And you, Four Eyes, too chicken shit to kill me.
I will not hesitate to shove the end of my blade into your damn throat next time. Fine. You guys deal with him.
Da-dee-da-dee-da. Anyone up for a game of chess?
I stared at Lindsay, then turned to watch as a medical team rushed in to help the wounded Sin. As they placed him on the stretcher, Ashley followed, hoping to help in some way.
You're all lucky that Jess stopped me. I would have kicked all your asses. Thanks, Jess. By the way, I wouldn't have stopped if you hadn't knocked me out.
Can't exactly say that it was my pleasure, but I'm glad you're right.
Well, this was a perfect end to a shitty day. For someone. Lindsay, I'll play you.
I sighed deeply as the room cleared. The medics carried off Sin, Ashley right behind them. Lindsay and Marcus walked out, laughing rowdily. Sean tossed me a disappointed look and left the canteen as well. I sat in my chair and looked at all the mess we made. What was everyone thinking? Fighting in a canteen where there were innocents like the guards and the Ziklock staff. We are using the weapons we use in training. People could have been injured, or worse. I jumped as I felt a hand on my shoulder.
Easy, Jessica. I didn't mean to scare you. Pretty interesting day, hmm?
Sometimes I think that I'm the only one who's sane amongst them. Right after beating someone to a pulp, Lindsay can merely chime in "Oh, want to play some chess?" I really don't understand.
I think that you will be the most suitable to lead them. Tomorrow you will train with Scarlet. You might want to sleep soon. I believe that you will be learning your final attack.
As Dr. Chalk turned to leave, I reached out and tugged at the sleeve of his flawless white coat. Maker? Do you know where my parents are? I thought that we were supposed to train for a week only. Aren't they supposed to pick me up to go back to Earth?
I'm afraid there's been some problems with the transport service recently. The docking station was damaged rather badly from an asteroid. I'm certain that you will see them again. Now go to bed and prepare yourself mentally for the tasks I will give you tomorrow.
I gave Maker a big hug. His height and size reminded me of Father. I remember looking outside my room's window in the Rillen apartment. I was drawing things on the window pane which is next to my bed. What did I draw with the mist again? I can't really recall now. It was 2 a.m. at night, and I was 7 years old. Father had wanted to check up me, so he came into my room. Guiltily, I quickly snatched my hand away. I expected Father to scold me for staying awake, but he didn't say anything. He just smiled. He climbed into my bed, took my right hand gently, and helped me finish the drawing. Ah, now I remember. It was a dragon. The city lights played out in such a way that the dragon's eyes, claws, teeth, and wings were lined with fire. It was beautiful and simple at the same time. It's also my most treasured memory with Father. Coming back to reality, I curled up under my blanket and sighed loudly. I miss Mom as well, her soft auburn hair, and the faint scent of fresh laundry clinging to her clothes. The window pane here at Ziklock was much higher than the one back home, so I had to stretch a little to draw again with the mist in the pane. This time, the stars adorned the dragon's eyes, claws, teeth, and wings instead of city lights. The legendary beast seemed to wink at me, and my eyelids began to grow heavy. Satisfied, I drifted off to sleep, ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
This has been a Forbidden Blades production created by Stephen Holberg, John Welch, and Kyle Evans. Story by Stephen Holberg and Shun. Directed by John Welch. Editing done by T.B. Music used Man on the Run by Anot Su. Featuring the vocal talents of Shun as Widow, Nippon as Iris, Nick Lotus as Spade, Gaffy as Mainframe, Sin as Scarecrow, Kyle Evans as Spectre, Wooten as Dr. David Chalk. Narration performed by LMF.